November 30, 2023. An open letter to His Excellency Ambassador Ervin Jose Masinga, United States Ambassador to the Federal Republic of Ethiopia. Your Excellency, I write to Your Excellency to express my utmost dismay at the November 22, 2023 official tweet by the US Embassy in Addis Ababa using the controversial term Finfin in its reference to Addis Ababa, the capital city of Ethiopia. The US government and every Ethiopian knows that Finfin is a name promoted by Oromo Extremist group whose stated goal is to forcefully remove non-Oromo residents from Addis Ababa and establish Oromia with its capital in what they refer to as Finfin. In light of the fact that the US Embassy in Addis Ababa posted the official tweet in the wake of the failed negotiation with the Oromo Liberation Army, one of whose demands is to declare Finfin as the exclusive capital of Oromia, it's rather foolhardy to believe that the reference was unintended. Your Excellency, the name Finfin is a dog whistle that Oromo extremists use to alert their base to get ready for the final solution, the purging of Addis Ababa, which they consider to be exclusively Oromo land of non-Oromo residents. It's a literal call for ethnic cleansing. I'm sure that this is not lost on you, Mr. Ambassador, that the destruction of historically significant buildings, mass demolition of homes, and the mass displacement of over 400,000 non-Oromo residents, overwhelmingly Amharas, in and around Addis Ababa is part of the demographic engineering campaign by the Oromuma government of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. Your Excellency, the US Embassy in Addis Ababa is fully aware of what happened in 2018 to thousands of non-Oromo residents of Addis Ababa. I'm sure that you have the video evidence of the hundreds who were butchered to death by Oromo extremists who were chanting, Finfin Oromia, Finfin for Oromos, go back where you came from, and committed unimaginable atrocities against non-Oromos, only 10 miles away from your residence. Some of the video footage is too gruesome to show.
Finfin karaa cufani nuti warra jalatti gadafe mana itti cufne itti gubuu qabna karaan Finfin yoo cufame nageelle Arsii keessa manzeen gara cufattu hin qabdu dhumuu qabdi baduu qabdi nu keessa bahu qabdi biyya keenya keessa diinni bahu qaba nu keessa ummanni Oromoo ka diina gargaarullee yoo jiraate arra isa waa godhuu hin dandeenyu gara keessatti gad ukkaamsanne arra gara keessatti qabanne diina qabne of keessa baafne kana walitti garagaluu qabna malee arra ija nama kenna guma nama kenna uzoo hin baafne walitti garagalle walaaleffachuu hin qabnu kanaaf qeerroo biyya keessaatiin kan dhaamu yoo isaan karaa gadii cufan karaa gadii itti cufaati tokkochaaf lama miti dhibbaan du'uu qabdi abashoonni.
Mr. Ambassador, if the Oromo extremists foolishly continue on their demand to dispossess the over 80 language groups, ethnicities in Ethiopia of their ancestral land, Addis Ababa, Ethiopians will most definitely rise up and defend their ancestral land by any means necessary. Is the American Embassy in Addis Ababa, the US State Department, willing and ready to facilitate the bloody transaction, the bloodbath that will surely ensue? Your Excellency, it's not only alarming and heinous for the American Embassy in Ethiopia, which represents the most powerful nation on the face of the earth, to not only give tacit support to ethnic politics in Ethiopia, but to pick a side and provide unstated diplomatic backing to perpetrators of odious crimes. It's diabolical. In a continent, Africa, with over 3,000 different ethnic groups speaking more than 2,100 different languages, and specifically in Ethiopia with more than 90 distinct ethnic groups speaking more than 80 languages, such an act is tantamount to willfully ushering a fratricidal bloodshed in the Horn of Africa. As an American, indeed as a human being, I condemn this wicked act. When the entire world, every human rights organization, including the United Nations, finally admitted the active genocide going on in Ethiopia against the Amhara by Oromo extremists, when the United Nations decided that the situation warrants the issuance of an alert and calls for action by the United Nations Special Advisor on the Prevention of Genocide, when rights groups are expressing their grave concern over the 4 million internally displaced people in the country, the actions of the Biden administration makes the United States look like a sinister force craving for blood in Africa. Your Excellency, Ethiopians, indeed all Africans are asking, how is it possible for you, the representative of the most powerful nation in the face of the earth, to sit at the epicenter of the crime scene and ignore the drone attacks, over 65 in the last couple of months alone, on innocent women and children in the Amhara region by Abiy Ahmed? Not even a brief statement expressing concern? In the word of Martin Luther King Jr., Ethiopians say to you, in the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. As a proud citizen of the United States of America, I condemn this short-sighted, myopic diplomacy that's devoid of not only an iota of morality, but also wisdom. The result of such policy in the long term is to erode America's stature as an honest broker and a trusted partner and threaten the stability of not only Ethiopia, but the entire Horn of Africa. It's my sincere hope that the US Embassy in Addis Ababa and the Secretary of State take immediate action, issue a written apology, and retract the official tweet. More importantly, I ask that the Biden administration take a good look at its flawed policy in the Horn, particularly in Ethiopia, and work towards stabilizing this ancient nation. Most respectfully, Dagnachew Teshome, Los Angeles, California.